ठीक है. All right, guys. Just to let you know, recording has started, so this session is now recorded. So, guys, I have pinged you some topics which are usually covered during the interview, if not reactively, but yeah, of course, it should be proactively from your side as well. Okay, so that you can have a better justification in terms of real time and practical being a business analyst or in a project and a product management profile. Okay, so like I said, these are some of the topics. So I've shared it in the WhatsApp group. So very first topic is requirement gathering session. Okay. So before I let you know about it, guys, I would really appreciate if you can let me know about the, understanding from your side. What is requirement gathering, and how do you take the requirement? What is your role as a business analyst or product management team member in requirement gathering in a real-time scenario? So, what should be the insight from your side, guys? Please let me know. Anji. Anyone? Ankita, Ankush, Asha, Ashutosh, Bhumika, Eric, Ela, Lakan, Lucky, Mamta, Javed, Rahul, Ravi, Sanjeevni, Shivam, Suryansh, Vijeta, anyone?
I think requirement gathering is something which, if in case client has reached us for some particular application or request, we will be asking what exactly details they are looking for, um, what type of uh, options or features they are looking in that app or the software they want us to make, and we'll be checking with the internal team also how long does it usually take to get the get the app or software completed. So gathering information in all the aspect where we can deliver the application to the client, and in what time frame it will take, and what exact features they are looking for. So as far as I understand, this must be the requirement gathering information.
Okay. All right. Anybody else who would like to give us their insight?
Yeah, Rohit. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
So basically, requirement gathering is the main and basic responsibility of a BA. Like when client give us the ROI and our after the like reply of ROI is done and we give the request for proposal. Then we do the requirement gathering session with the client in which we find out what the responsibility, like what the need of the client, what client want us to make in the application or website. And on basis of that requirement gathering, like we estimate, we do the wireframing, prototyping, and developer team do the story time estimation. And on basis of that, we do the user stories. So, and we for requirement gathering, we use many kind of techniques like interviews, mock-up, questionnaire, and surveys.
But one thing, Mamta, you mentioned something like ROI. So how about,
Yeah.
I mean, how do you gather requirement in terms of ROI?
No, no.
What is
First,
what
client
is your understanding ROI?
ROI is like request for information. When client decided like
That's
I
RFI
want this.
ना.
Okay, okay, request for information. Yeah, sorry.
क्योंकि
That's
ROI
ROI.
का मतलब होता है रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट. वो तो
Yeah, yeah.
सीनियर मैनेजमेंट एंड प्रोजेक्ट लीड्स दे मैनेज.
Okay, okay. That's
इसको हम
like
बजटिंग और ड्यूरिंग प्री सेल्स हम डिस्कस कर. दैट्स व्हाई आई वाज कंफ्यूज्ड. या RFI, रिक्वेस्ट फॉर
RFI.
इन्फॉर्मेशन.
Yeah, वो that मतलब वो थोड़ा सा term याद नहीं रही.
हम्म. नहीं नहीं, yes, if RFI replaced with ROI, then absolutely you're right.
Yeah,
हाँ
yeah.
जी,
It's okay.
anybody
It's
else who
RFI.
would, हाँ जी, anybody else? ठीक है, ठीक है. Right, guys. Yes, what you mentioned, that is absolutely what it is. देखो, I'm just gonna be, no, अभी थोड़ा theoretical से practical में when I used to work as a product owner project lead, and then I mean previously senior business analyst, lead, and as well business analyst and associate or junior or intern. ठीक है. Requirement मैं I'm just talking about the real time and I'm just talking about the post sales. Post sales का मतलब होता है कि when you are actually working in the sprint, when you are actually working in the epics, milestones, releases, when you are actually working in the software development life cycle. So in that context, requirements we get two side. ठीक है. First requirement means estimated request. Okay, that means estimated means as is and to be. What we have discussed with the client every sprint basis, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, whether epic basis, 1 month, 2 month, 3 months, quarterly, half yearly, or whether milestone or release basis. That means every start of the sprint, epic or release, we connect with the client. We do the RFI request for information that Mr. Client or Miss Client, what is your understanding in terms of this current epic, this current sprint, this current release, this current milestone? This is what we are offering. What is your understanding and what estimation, expectations, what changes, what issues, what enhancement, what customization that you are looking in, which we can accommodate in the current sprint, epic, release, and milestone from as is and to be. So this is the first kind of requirement that we get, which is estimated. Second requirement that we get is a change request, which is, let's suppose कि today is 4th of October. Today is, let's say weekend. Let's say today is weekend. ठीक है, Saturday. Monday, which is 6th of October, we have a sprint to start. ठीक है. So today I am going, or let's say 2 days earlier, I'm doing a requirement gathering. So I have done estimated request requirement gathering that Mr. Client or Miss Client, this is the as is product, okay, and this is the to be product. This is the request for information and this is the request for proposal. So as per the request for information, this is the request for proposal and this is the final sprint that we are working. Initially, we had 20 tickets, 20 tasks, 20 activities. Then we've done the requirement gathering meeting with you, and now we have 40 tickets. You have given us changes, expectations, customizations, enhancement issues, and some bit of changes. And then we start the sprint with 40 activities. That means the sprint goal, whether 2 weeks or 4 weeks, is 40 tickets, 40 tasks, 40 Jira cards, activities that we need to perform in order to achieve the sprint goal. So this is the estimated requirement gathering. I've done it and I'm working on it. Now, 1 week, 2 weeks, supposedly now client says ki, okay, currently we are working on the leave management system. And initially or prior to that, previously you have delivered the milestone, which is learning management system. And in that learning management system, we need further changes, further enhancement, because this is what we have found as a bug, as an issue, as a change, as a customization, as an enhancement. So this is a change request requirement gathering. And since we are agile, we work on changes, we entertain changes, we encourage changes, so we accommodate. So now, initially our sprint goal was 40 tickets. 40 ticket पे हमें काम करना था. Now, as per the change request requirement gathering, client has given us more requirements. So now it is our task or activity or goal in order to do the impact analysis and feasibility analysis. इसी को हम बोलते हैं change request, impact, feasibility and gap analysis, wherein we check कि भाई 40 tickets, our business analyst, our developer, our tester, they are already accommodated. They are already swarmed with extra number of hours. And now you're giving me 20 more tickets as a change request requirement. So we have to accommodate. Can we accommodate? That is why we are doing impact analysis, gap analysis, feasibility analysis. This is the change request user story. This is the story point estimation. This is the extra time that we need. This is the extra resources that we might need. And then we send it to the product owner or senior management that this is how we can do it. If not, then we push it to the next sprint. Okay, so these are the two requirement gatherings or two requirements, I would say, that we get during the sprint. Okay, estimated requirements, estimated request requirements and change request requirements. Now the question comes, Rohit, you said ki you are a part of requirement gathering. Okay, so how do you get the requirement? So I get the requirement sometimes directly from the product owner. Product owner says, ki Rohit, yeah, these are the 40 estimated requirements. And during the sprint, Rohit, these are the 20 change request requirements. So product owner gives us the product backlog. From product backlog, we convert it to the sprint backlog, and from sprint backlog, we convert it into the proper sprint, which is Jira card and tickets, and then we start the requirements. I'm sorry, then we start the sprint. Or within the sprint, then we start working on the tickets. And second is every start of the sprint or every start of the epic or milestone or release, we do the requirement gathering meeting with the client wherein we discuss about the request for information, we discuss about the request for proposal. That means estimated request and change request. Then we discuss about the different tickets in terms of customization, in terms of enhancement, in terms of changes, in terms of issues, in terms of customization. And then we finalize the sprint. So two methods, I would say, that we get requirements directly from the product owner, and client gives the requirement to product owner and product owner gives us to us, or else client gives us the requirement in the requirement gathering meeting session in a forum wherein we all discuss about the sprint, epic, milestone, and release. Okay. What are all the documents that you prepare? I prepare estimated request user stories and change request user stories, or functional requirement document, initial one and revised one. Okay. Or else these are the different release, I'm sorry, not the release notes, user stories and functional requirement documents, or else we do the version controlling if we are following the system requirement specification document. Otherwise, most commonly we prepare the user stories and functional requirement documents. Okay, as per the requirements of that particular sprint, of that particular epic, milestone or release. Okay, so this is how we do the requirement gathering. Acha, important question comes into the picture when you've been asked, Rohit, you do elicitation or you do requirement. So what sort of techniques that you do during elicitation or during requirement gathering? Okay, so there are lots of methods. Okay, there is in terms of interview techniques, there is a questionnaire, there is a survey, there is a group discussion, there is a JAD session, joint application development session. So these are all different sort of meetings. These are different sort of techniques that we do. But I usually say, which is a practical scenario, that we do a group discussion. Okay, we do a group discussion wherein we all do the brainstorming session. Okay, यानी कि we from company side and client panel from client side, we all discuss in a online forum and we discuss about a particular topic in terms of carrying it on the sprint goal or epic or release or milestone goal. ठीक है, जैसे कि हम सारे we all are 17-18 people here, we all are discussing requirement gathering. So this is the topic that we are discussing, and we all are coming up with our own inputs and outputs so that we all come up with a mutual ground and agreed and implicit informed consent that this is what we are going to move forward. Okay. Otherwise, there are different techniques. Okay. You prepare a questionnaire, you do a survey, you do an interview, one-on-one interview, you do a joint application development session with the developers and the technical team to discuss on the particular sprint or goal in order to carry on or move forward with the sprint. So this is in a high level requirement gathering meeting and documents are all about. Any question, any doubt, any ambiguity, any issues as of now? Yes, guys. Yes, no, maybe anything.
not from my side.
ठीक है। अंकिता, अंकुश, आशा, आशीष, आशुतोष, भूमिका, एरिक, एला, लखन, लकी, ममता, मानवी, जावेद, प्रखर, रवि, सूर्यांश, anyone, विजेता?
No question.
ठीक है। Second point is, guys, usually they ask कि ठीक है रोहित, you said you are involved in high level, mid level, low level meeting. You are involved in project management, you are involved in uh, product management, you are involved in process management, and you are involved in different sort of meetings and scrum ceremonies, or let's say in different plannings. So what are all these plannings? ठीक है guys, देखो, have you heard about scrum ceremonies? Ankita, Mamta, have you? Do you have any
Yeah,
insight on
yeah,
this?
I heard. Yeah,
Can
there's
you
like
can you enlighten us?
first one is daily stand-up meeting in which like Scrum Master or different team members tell us like how much the sprint is left and did we complete this sprint in like it's kind of daily updation of the work. And second is sprint retrospective, and there's two kind of meeting also there, but I didn't remember that right now.
I'm gonna call you so time here. All right, and what about other scrum ceremonies?
Like I didn't remember at this time. But I didn't
ठीक है।
prepare for.
Just for your understanding, it is there are five sort of ceremonies that business analyst, or I would say scrum master. The reason why I said business analyst, that we from our side, we say that we come from a humble background, and we do not have a scrum master. So I, as a business analyst, I am the one who is leading or who is an active participant in all the scrum ceremonies. So first is daily scrum call, second is sprint planning, third is sprint review, fourth is sprint retrospective, and then product backlog refinement, and a sprint itself is a scrum ceremony. Okay, so coming back to the main point, uh, different sort of plannings and meetings. So I would say that from the project planning level, or from the high level, I'm involved in the project planning. I'm involved in different scrum ceremonies. I am involved in different sort of requirement gathering meeting. Okay, and of course in the user acceptance testing and sprint demo session. Okay, then from the product management level, then from the mid level, I'm involved in all the scrum ceremonies, daily scrums, sprint planning, sprint retrospective, sprint review, and sprint in itself with product backlog refinement. And then from the process level, from the mid level, I am involved in the internal grooming session. I'm involved in the release demo session or release notes planning session. I'm involved in the escalation session with the client and internal team. Okay. Now, with explanatory project planning, I am discussing in sprint planning. I'm discussing about the sprint goal or project goal in terms of time estimation, resource allocation, task delegation, and ticket prioritization. ठीक है। अब जब भी हम एक project planning कर रहे हैं, whether for one module, whether for one sprint, whether for one milestone, तो हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं? What we are discussing? We are discussing कि भाई within 1 week, within 1 month, within 1 quarter, or within 1 half year, what are all the modules, what are all the tickets, what are all the tasks, what are all the activities that we are going to perform. ठीक है, अब हमने कहा कि let's say I'm doing the project planning or sprint planning for 1 month, and for 1 month I am doing 50 tickets. ठीक है, including estimated tickets, estimated request tickets, change request tickets, and issues and customization and everything. So we said ki for 1 month I'm going to perform 50 tickets. So these are all the tickets that we as a project team. Okay, we as all the team members in this project, we are going to perform. Who are we? We are business analyst, quality analyst, uh, developer, designer, okay, and a release team. And of course, support and maintenance is common to all, with including technical team. Okay. Now, what we've done, we have done uh, resource allocation, time estimation, ticket prioritization, and task delegation. Okay, what we are doing, okay, Rohit, you are a business analyst. These are number of 50 tickets that we need to perform. So you need to create, uh, let's say, out of from 50 tickets, I would be creating 100 user stories. So this is my task with wireframes and with release notes. Okay, so this is the task for Rohit as a business analyst or business analyst team. Mamta is developer, take or development team. So I'm giving all these 50 tickets that once user stories documentation is done, then design and development will be done from the Mamta team, design and development. Then Lakan is from quality team. Then all these tickets will be delegated to Lakan in terms of doing manual testing and automation testing. Then of course the deployment team. So Asha from deployment team will do the release notes, will do the user acceptance testing, will do the regression testing, will will do the client demonstration and presentation, and then will do the migration to the live environment. These are the number of tickets, 50 tickets. These are the priority 1 tickets, priority 2 tickets, 3 tickets, 4 tickets. These are the Moscow technique. Must have, should have, could have, and won't have. So this is what we do in planning. Okay, so as a business analyst, I, along with my product owner and with dev lead, quality lead, and design lead and release team lead, we are the one who do the planning, sprint planning, project planning, requirement gathering meeting, along with all the scrum ceremonies. Okay. Then comes Rohit. You mentioned that you are also involved in other scrum ceremonies, which is daily stand-up, sprint planning, sprint review, retrospective, and in all the sprint. Okay. Yes, I am involved in it. We as a business analyst team, we do the daily scrum. It is a 5 or 10 minutes of meeting wherein I lead it. I let them know that these are the tasks that you are going to do. These are the tasks that I'm going to do. And this is my goal for today. Okay. Then at the end of the day, I'm going to do the daily scrum end call wherein I am discussing, like I was supposed to do 4 user stories. I have done 3 user stories. The reason and justification that I was not able to do, this is the one. What about you? Okay. Same developers will do it, same testers will do it, same designers will do it, same release team will do it. They'll do it accordingly. Then comes sprint planning. Sprint planning, we do it before the sprint. Project planning is high level. Sprint planning is low level. Project planning is I'm going to do the high level estimation for leave management system for 6 months. And sprint planning is 1 month, 1 month, 1 month, 1 month, 1 month. So for 1 month, I'm doing the sprint planning. Let's say project planning, I've done leave management. So sprint planning, I am doing paid leave, casual leave, sick leave, mat leave, sabbatical leaves, and education leaves. So I'm doing the sprint planning for paid leaves. Under paid leaves, I have apply, view, edit, delete. So I'm just discussing about these things. So one by one. So this is a sprint planning where I'm doing the time estimation, resource allocation, task delegation, and ticket prioritization with estimated request requirements tickets and change request estimated change request requirement tickets. Conclusively, I am doing all these tickets before the sprint starts. Now the sprint starts and sprint ends. We have achieved the goal, good to go. We are doing the review. What is the sprint review? Review means once the sprint is done, then we are reviewing it. Okay, what went good, what went bad, what are all the good things that we have done, and what are all the bad things that we should avoid. Were we on the right track on the particular sprint or not? Okay, that is sprint review. Sprint retrospective means usually when I used to work as a product owner, we used to do it in quarterly basis, every 3 sprint or every 6 sprint. 2 हफ्ते के 4 हफ्ते के स्प्रिंट होते तो हम हमेशा 3 महीने में एक स्प्रिंट रेट्रोस्पेक्टिव करते थे जिसमें वी ऑल एज अ स्क्रम टीम we all used to sat together online forum and we discuss कि भाई from resources level, from production hours level, from project goal or sprint goal level, what we can add more in order to enhance for the continuous growth of the sprint so that we can have a successful delivery. And whatever the bad things that we have found out in the sprint review, we should avoid it. And we should check the gap analysis and impact analysis. कि let's say कि मैंने कहा भाई as a business analyst we are already working 10 hours. एक घंटा हम extra काम कर रहे हैं. I think we should have one more business analyst. From development team, they said कि all of a sudden we get high level requirements in terms of software requirement specifications. So we should have a freelance developer as well, a full stack developer as well, so that we can accommodate that freelance full stack developer in hot fixes or in high level of priority and severity level requirements, so that we should not have a emergency situation or urgent situation wherein we have to cancel or close the sprint or we have to run the hot fix. Because of these sort of retrospective that we have come upon. Retrospective means from the high level, what good things that we can do so that we can have a continuous progress for the successful deliveries. क्योंकि unsuccessful sprint and unsuccessful deliveries will cause you a penalty, monetary and non-monetary value. Monetary means there would be a dollars penalty onto your company's account, and non-monetary would be an impact on reputation. Okay, so this is where we are involved. Then comes low level or process level. So I'm involved in the internal grooming session. I'm involved in discussing with the support team and maintenance team in terms of high level and low level priority tickets. Okay. With release team, I'm involved in the release notes documentation and release note discussion. ठीक है, जब हम document करते हैं whether user story, whether release notes, whether UAT notes, so I'm discussing all these tickets with internal team. Because once it is done, once definition of ready and definition of done is done, then we have to show it to the client in the pre-prod environment or stage environment or test environment before it go, or sorry, in the production environment before it goes to the live environment. And when client finds out, okay, in the UAT or in the production environment, then it's quite an embarrassing and awkward situation that client finds out that there is a bug. Why did you not find it in the regression testing? Okay, so that's how I'm involved in all these project planning, sprint planning, all these scrum ceremonies. Okay, guys, any question, any doubt, any ambiguity, any issues as of now?
All right.
No, Rohit,
Okay,
I'm
guys.
good.
Okay, all right. Now, I mean, during the interview, if you have noticed, if you have checked it on the documentation part, the candidates, they usually say that we are also involved in the, manual testing part. Okay, because usually, to be very true, guys, there is a dedicated team testing me. There is a manual testing team. There is an automation testing team. Sometimes it is automation testing team, and there is a business analyst who performs the manual testing. But we from our side, we would say that as a business analyst, we are also involved in the manual testing part. Take it for automation testing and API testing, we have Selenium and Postman, wherein we write the API, test scripts and API scripts in terms of automation testing. Okay, but for manual testing, I, as a business analyst, I'm involved in this. How you are involved as a business analyst in manual testing? I am the one who creates the user stories, use cases. According to the user stories and use cases, I am the one as a business analyst or as a business analyst team, I am the one who creates the test cases for functional testing, regression packs for regression testing, and release notes with release team for the user acceptance testing. ठीक है, तो यानी कि मैनुअल टेस्टिंग की जो सॉफ्टवेयर टेस्टिंग लाइफ साइकिल होती है, दैट इज फर्स्ट इज यूनिट टेस्टिंग विच इज बीइंग डन बाय द डेवलपर्स. Developers कहते हैं कि भाई we have done it. You start your quality analyst. You start your testing, manual testing. So I have created the functional test cases for functional testing. So every individual unit feature, I have created a test case. I'm doing the test cases. I'm doing the functional testing. Then collectively, I am doing the regression testing with all the devices, with all the browsers, so that there should be not a single bug that has not been resolved. Okay, once that is done, then I create the release notes. What is release notes? Release notes is all those tickets that has been transitioned from definition of done till, I'm sorry, definition of ready to definition of done. And all those definition and done tickets should have a release note. What is release note? Release note means I am informing the client in advance that these are the standard operating procedure or frequently asked question, or these are the functions, features and its functionality that should be used in a right way in order to get the right acceptance criteria. ठीक है. अब जैसे कि let's say I'm working on WhatsApp message feature. What is the release note or what is the acceptance criteria? Acceptance criteria for WhatsApp messages is I am typing something, I am able to type something, there is a limit, there is a no limit to text or characters, and I am able to do that. I am able to attach, I am able to voice message, I am able to video message, I am able to record, I am able to send pictures or whatsoever is the file. So this is the acceptance criteria. And I am able to send it, and the receiver would be able to receive it correctly and accurately that I have sent. So this is the acceptance criteria. So this is the release note that I am informing the client. So when I am doing the user acceptance testing or stage environment testing, then I am informing the client in advance that this is how the message feature for WhatsApp works as per your expectations and acceptance criteria, and this is how it should behave in the live environment. तो client के पास पहले ही एक FAQ SOP होगा, which means frequently asked question and standard operating procedure, and client would be able to test कि okay ठीक है, this is good to go, this is good to go, this is good to go. ठीक है. User acceptance testing, sometimes interviewer get surprised कि यार रोहित, you said कि यार you are involved in UAT. How you are involved? UAT का तो मतलब होता है कि user acceptance testing, which means user as in the client. So client is doing the testing in the backend and giving you the bugs. So it is also known as इंटीग्रेशन और प्री यूजर एक्सेप्टेंस टेस्टिंग, जहां पे हम क्लाइंट को एवरी रिलीज बेसिस हम क्लाइंट को in the production environment we are showing it to the client that Mr. Client or Miss Client, as per the sprint goal and epic goal, this is how the feature and functionality or WhatsApp message that you have given us as the requirement, this is how it should be working, and this is how you should be using. And then we give maybe 10 username and passwords or 20 username and passwords for the production environments, and then the client says कि ठीक है रोहित, आपने जो बोल दिया whatever that you have said, we have understood it and now we are going to do it in the backend. तो client फिर as per the 10 or 20 user IDs and passwords, client logs in the production environment, and then clients check it, and then they give us the bug if any. ऐसे तो होता नहीं है, लेकिन if any, then we resolve it. ठीक है. So this is how you are involved in the testing part as well. ठीक है guys. Any question, any doubt, any ambiguity, any issues as of now, guys? Please let me know. Yes, guys. Anyone? Yes, no, maybe. I'm good, bro. Thank you.
No, sir.
I'm good.
All right. So if I ask you this question, ठीक है, this question also comes. मैं interview के perspective से ही बता रहा हूँ आपको. This question is very important. If I ask you this question, ठीक है, Rohit, or let's say if I ask you this question that, okay, you said that you are involved in client interaction. So how and when and on what scenario you are involved in client interaction? What is the answer to this question? Anyone? Yes, guys. How you are involved in client interaction? On what basis? Yes, guys. Ankita, Ankush, Asha, Ashish, Astosh, Bhumika, Eric, Ila, Lakan, Lucky, Mamta, Manvi, Mohit, Javed, Ravi, Shikhar, Suryansh, Vijit, anyone?
Uh, Initially, at the time of requirement gathering, and then during the user acceptance testing and sprint review.
Not in sprint review. Scrum ceremonies में कभी client होता ही नहीं है. Scrum ceremonies is within the sprint, within the Scrum team.
ओके नहीं, बट जब हम वो स्प्रिंट को रिव्यू कराते हैं ना क्लाइंट के साथ, मतलब जब हम डिलीवर करते हैं स्प्रिंट को, तो उस टाइम पे उसको क्या बोलते हैं?
तो हम यूएटी बोलते हैं ना, स्प्रिंट डेमो.
ओके नहीं, बट हम एक स्मॉलर पार्ट डिलीवर करते हैं ना उस टाइम पे कि यू कैन यूज इट एंड यू कैन स्टार्ट यूजिंग इट विद द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन विद इन द पीपल दैट यू आर वर्किंग विद. दैट इज यूएटी, राइट? दैट इज यूएटी ओनली.
देखो, जो स्क्रम सेरेमनीज होती है ना, स्क्रम सेरेमनीज का मतलब ये होता है कि हाउ आई एज अ स्क्रम टीम क्या होती है? स्क्रम टीम, वी ऑल आर स्क्रम टीम, बीए, क्यूए, डेवलपर, टेस्टर, डिजाइनर, रिलीज टीम, यानी कि प्रोजेक्ट टीम. जो प्रोजेक्ट होता है दैट इज अ स्क्रम टीम. अब हमारे स्क्रम टीम में वी आर डूइंग स्प्रिंट रिव्यू. ठीक है. Do you really think that you as a project manager would let your client know कि we are facing these kind of issues? यानी कि 5 बंदे नोटिस पीरियड में हैं, 10 बंदे एब्सेंट हैं, रेगुलर एब्सेंट हैं, और 3 बंदे इज ऑलरेडी वर्किंग ऑन 5 अदर प्रोजेक्ट्स एंड वी आर ऑलरेडी डिले. क्योंकि यही तो हमने रिव्यू करा, यही तो हमने रेट्रोस्पेक्टिव करा. तो क्लाइंट इज नॉट इन्वॉल्व भाई. So, and what you said is Ankush right, but the terminology is not that one. Okay, first is right. We do client interaction mostly in 3 ways, 3 times. First is when we are doing the requirement gathering and when we get the requirement from the client side. जो मैंने अभी requirement gathering में बताया. हाँ जी ममता, please tell me.
सर लाइक जब हम क्लाइंट को यूएटी टेस्टिंग देते हैं तो हमारे एजाइल में क्या होता है कि हम अपने प्रोजेक्ट को मॉड्यूल्स में डिवाइड करते हैं और ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ स्प्रिंट हम हर मॉड्यूल कंप्लीट करते हैं. तो हम जो यूएटी देते हैं क्लाइंट को वो स्प्रिंट वाइज देते हैं या पूरे प्रोडक्ट का एक फाइनल डेमो उसको देते हैं यूएटी में?
When I used to do it, तो हम क्या करते थे कि फॉर स्प्रिंट के लिए हम उनको रिलीज नोट दे देते थे. ठीक है. और रिलीज के टाइम पे यानी कि हमारा जो आवर स्प्रिंट यूज टू बी 2 weeks और समटाइम्स 4 weeks. तो व्हाट वी यूज टू डू, वी अग्रीड, सर्विस लेवल एग्रीमेंट बना हुआ था कि एवरी 3 month वी विल डू द स्प्रिंट डेमो, एंड विद दैट स्प्रिंट डेमो फॉर द कंप्लीट 3 months we will give you the user acceptance testing, which means we will give you the release notes. So then we used to connect with the client. और रिक्वायरमेंट गैदरिंग वी यूज टू डू इट एवरी रिलीज नोट. लेकिन एक आइडल प्रैक्टिस ये होती है कि एवरी मंथ वी आर कनेक्टिंग विद द क्लाइंट और एवरी स्टार्ट ऑफ द स्प्रिंट वी आर कनेक्टिंग विद द क्लाइंट एंड वी आर डूइंग द रिक्वायरमेंट गैदरिंग. दैट इज द फर्स्ट इंटरेक्शन. सेकंड इंटरेक्शन इज देन वी आर डूइंग द स्प्रिंट डेमो, देन क्लाइंट डू द user acceptance testing, then they perform it. So first is requirement gathering, second is sprint demo. ठीक है. अब
तो ये
sprint
तो
demo,
कंप्लीट टू ये तो कंपनी टू कंपनी भी या क्लाइंट टू क्लाइंट भी डिफर करेगा ना. लाइक क्लाइंट सेज कि मुझे हर स्प्रिंट का या हर मंथ एक
हाँ
चाहिए कि आप
एग्जैक्टली.
कितना प्रोग्रेस कर रहे हैं.
दैट इज व्हाई आई सेड ना कि सर्विस लेवल एग्रीमेंट में वो डिसाइड हो जाता है पहले ही, प्री सेल्स पे, ऑन बोर्डिंग से पहले. अब क्लाइंट सेज
तो
कि यार नहीं, आई वांट एवरी 2 weeks मुझे स्प्रिंट डेमो दो, और लेट्स से क्लाइंट सेज कि नहीं, इट्स ओके, आई ट्रस्ट, आई मीन आई विल फॉलो द प्रोसीजर एंड आई विल डू द स्प्रिंट डेमो एवरी रिलीज बेसिस, और उसी के बाद मैं आपको रिक्वायरमेंट गैदरिंग भी दे दूंगा.
इसमें इसमें कोई कंपनी का अपना स्पेसिफिक होता है कि नहीं हम इतने टाइम में देंगे, या डिपेंड ऑन क्लाइंट और म्यूचुअल अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ कंपनी एंड
देखो
क्लाइंट?
ये सब होता है म्यूचुअल ग्राउंड्स पे. ठीक है. व्हेन आई यूज्ड टू वर्क एज अ प्रोडक्ट ओनर, तो व्हेन आई मैनेज मल्टीपल क्लाइंट्स, सो सम क्लाइंट्स जो बहुत ही छोटी रिक्वायरमेंट, बहुत छोटा प्रोजेक्ट था, देन वी यूज्ड टू डू वाटरफॉल मेथड. एक के बाद सारी रिक्वायरमेंट ले ली और 6 महीने में वी डन द प्रोजेक्ट. और सम प्रोजेक्ट्स वो बिगर, and ongoing projects. So we used to do every 3 months requirement gathering and sprint demo. And sometimes for some project, it is every month basis. You can sprint every month होता था.
तो ये क्वेश्चन इंटरव्यू में एज एज इंटरव्यू आस्क कर सकता है ना कि लाइक क्लाइंट वांट्स एवरी मतलब इंटरेक्शन ऑन एवरी स्प्रिंट और वो तो
Oh,
ये
exactly. देखो, that is why the third client interaction comes into the picture, which means change request or which means support and maintenance. Up during the sprint, client said, and this actually happened. Client said, ki, put a hold or put a cancel on all the sprint and then start working on the payment. I'm sorry, payroll. Because there was a huge outage, which took us to solve us around 3.5 or 4 weeks. So for 3.5 or 4 weeks, we ran a hot fix, and we stopped and canceled all the sprints, and we started working on the payroll in order to fix that error. क्योंकि उसमें I don't know if you have gone through with the a product knowledge session. तो उसमें there is a wage rate calculator which was initially जो मैंने case study बताई थी. So initially it was only because as per the title. That means अगर ममता you are a project manager and I am a project manager and हमारी जो salary है उसका wage rate calculator is according to the title. So we both are getting 1 lakh rupees a month. But Mamta, you are working 10 hours, 11 hours, 12 hours, and I'm just working 8 hours. But still, we are getting same pay. So that was incorrect. Okay, so it was a bug. It was a hot fix. It was an escalation. So then later on, we fixed it with wage rate calculator in terms of title, in terms of production hours, in terms of shift timings, in terms of location, and in terms of approved overtime. Okay, so that's why it took us. So it totally depends upon client to client. So 3 times we connect with the client: requirement gathering, sprint demo, and change requests with support and maintenance when it comes to priority 1 and severity 1. Okay, Mamta and all, did you get this point? Any question, any doubt? Guys, please make sure कि documentation, ठीक है? Trust me guys, अगर आप interview recordings go through करोगे, ठीक है? PRD, FRD, user stories, use cases, test cases, and SRS. यही 4-5 documentation है which you should know. If I ask you this question, let's say Ankita is new to us. Ankita, can you hear me? Ankita.
yes, yes.
Hello. Ankita, we cannot understand you. Can you hear us? ठीक है, I guess you are involved. Mamta. Ankita, if you are able to speak, then can you tell me the difference between BRD and FRD? Business requirement document and functional requirement document. Okay, mic problem. Mamta, how about you? Give us or enlighten us.
BRD, we prepare for it's a high level document and we totally prepare it for clients and it doesn't contain any functional requirement and the
Ek minute.
content of
Once again. I'm so sorry. Once again.
BRD is a document which we totally prepare for the client in which all the background of our company and the content, what's the objective, what the in scope, out scope of the project, and this description of the earlier project which we do, all the things contained. And functional requirement document is for the development team, which also contain wireframe, prototyping, diagrams in through which the developer team totally understood like this is the product which they has to prepare.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else?
So BRD stands for the business requirement documents, and it consists of all the information that we gathered from the client during the initial conversation. Uh, I mean, like it could be about all the requirements that they do have. It doesn't matter, like, if they are meeting the end goal or if they are, like working on the product that we have to design. But whatever we get from the client during our initial conversations, we document it into a document that is called BRD. And FRD is a document that we create in order to understand the features and functionalities of the product or the system that we are designing or we are, developing for the client.
All right. Anybody else? Okay. Yes, guys. What you mentioned, that is absolutely correct. Dekho, guys, during the interview, the answer should be in such a way that you are able to explain it with practical justification. Okay. BRD states what and why is the product or service for the client. Okay. And FRD states how our Scrum team would be able to design, develop, test, and deploy for the client. यानी कि अगर BRD बोल रहा है, if BRD states कि Mr. Client and Miss Client, these are the business objective, these are the business, this is the business problem that you are facing, and this is our business objective and purpose via which we are able to solve your problem in an efficient and effective way, which would make sure that you have your business process enhanced and improved. Okay, so this is what and why you need the product or services. And functional requirement states ki this is our Scrum team, this is our development team would do the design, development, testing, deployment in such a way as per the acceptance criteria and expectations and requirements, so that we would deliver it as per your efficient and effective business process. Okay, the audience for business requirement document is client. हम client के लिए बनाते हैं. It's a high level requirement. It's a high level document. And audience for functional requirement document is the technical team, is the Scrum team. It is for us. Okay, business requirement or contents usually they remains the same. It is just that कि वो BRD में it talks about how it is useful for the client, and in functional requirements, how the developers, testers, designers, and business analysts would be able to do the design, development, testing, and deployment in software development lifecycle. Okay, so that is what BRD and FRD states. What the difference? Okay, then comes ki, okay, you said ki you are creating the BRD and FRD. So what are all the common or important contents that needs to be the part of BRD or FRD? So what is the answer to this question? What are the common points, contents, syntax, or common syntax that is available in most of the BRD and FRD? What is the answer to this question, guys? Anji, anyone? Yes, no, maybe. Yes, guys, you all can hear me, right? Right, loud and clear.
Rodby, I didn't got the question. I mean, like the voice got broken between.
I was saying, what are all the contents that needs to be a part of BRD and FRD or common points or index?
Introduction, version number, objective, and a glossary in the end.
Okay. That's some of the points.
Yeah, it contains title, from approval, like from which team or who approved the document, then objective, and business process, business driver, in scope, out scope, and the requirement, the purpose of the project. That's all, I think.
Yes, guys, absolutely. What you mentioned, that is absolutely the common points. आप एक proper serial or sequence way से जाओगे, so of course the title, version control, approvals, introduction में business objective, business purpose, business driver, ठीक है, business process as per the business driver, ठीक है, system perspective में assumptions, constraints, dependencies, project scope में in scope, out scope, and then functional requirements, non-functional requirements, if needed, technical requirements. And then, of course, references, appendix, glossary someone mentioned. Okay, so these are the common points. Now, the important point comes in, what is project scope? What is in scope and out scope? Can anyone answer me this question? This is very important. You should be saying it reactively. Otherwise, make sure that you say it in proactively. That yeah, in business requirement document, I always make sure that I create the project scope, which means in scope and out scope. So what is project scope, or let's say what is in scope and out scope? What is the answer to this question, guys? Yes, Eric. And what is out scope? Okay. Yes, guys, what Eric has mentioned, I'm sure some way, somehow you all are aware of this. प्रोजेक्ट स्कोप का मतलब होता है कि लेट्स से कि हमारा प्रोजेक्ट है एचआरएमएस. अब एचआरएमएस में वी हैव लाइक 12 or 13 मॉड्यूल्स. व्हाट आर दीज? वेंडर मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम, एप्लीकेशन ट्रैकिंग सिस्टम, लीव मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम, लर्निंग मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम, ठीक है, पेरोल मैनेजमेंट, टाइप शीट, रोस्टर, शिफ्ट शेड्यूलिंग, infection, fatigue, roster allocation management system, hospital management system, claims and insurance management system, and national disease insurance scheme management system. ठीक है. So these are all the project scope. यानी कि Mr. Client or Miss Client, these are all the 13 modules that we are 100% for sure we are going to give to the client. So this means in scope. यानी कि ये हमें पता है. This is inbuilt. This is in-house. This is as per the client's requirement. This is as per the client's expectations. This is as per the requirement gathering. We are going to give to the client 100% as of now. यानी कि जब हम SLA बना रहे हैं, अब जैसे कि let's say Suryansh is my client. तो Suryansh को मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि Mr. Client, 13 modules we have as of now, and I am going to deploy it within 1 year. Okay, I will do the project planning, I will do the sprint planning. These are the budget, these are the sprint goals, these are the epic goals, these are the releases, and these are the service level agreement that we are going to follow in order to deploy it as per your expectations, provided that we have some constraints and assumptions, which is system perspective, because there are some phases and factors which I cannot control, which means time and budget. Because Mr. Client, you are of course going to give us some changes, expectations, enhancement issues, customization, which might impact this 1 year. But as of now, project in scope, this is I'm going to give to the client. Okay, what is out scope? Out scope is two ways, proactively and reactively. Proactively means Mr. Client and Miss Client, I have also done market analysis, okay, and competitive analysis. There is a process which means ticketing management system. Via ticketing management system, your business driver, let's say in HRMS, we have 4 business driver, uh, admin, client, vendor, and employee. So this ticketing management system is for the employee. Whatever and whenever the client is facing any issue regarding any of the feature or application or any of the activity within the HRMS, in-house system, they can raise a ticket, and that ticket or issue would be addressed, escalated, and resolved. So I am looking about the ticket management system that I'm going to give it to the before the end of the project. It might get delayed. There would be a constraint on time or budget. But yes, this is what I'm thinking proactively. Okay, so this is out of scope that I'm going to give in the upcoming future prospect, but I am not sure because I have not planned on this, but I have a proposal. If client is interested, good to go. Second point is reactively. Client said ki I have checked on to the market and they also have a ticket management system. Why don't you work on ticket management system, and then we can think as per the proposal that we can accommodate it within the project goal or maybe in the upcoming goal or upcoming project. So this is out scope and this is project scope, in scope and out scope. Okay, guys, did you get this point? Any question, any doubt, any ambiguity, any issues as of now? Yes, guys. Yes, no, maybe. Okay. Guys, important point is that ki, most probably from Monday or Tuesday onwards, I'm sure. मैं तो daily session के I'm planning because we have wasted one week. So I'm planning, but I have a call. I have a meeting with a couple of people 4 o'clock, and then I will discuss accordingly, and then we'll look on to the Salesforce and technical topics that needs to be covered from Akash side and Shell's side. So I'll definitely let you know, and we'll have the discussion and session tomorrow, same time as well. Take care, guys. Any question, any doubt as of now, guys?
No, I'm audible.
Yes, yes.
The in scope, the simple meaning of in scope is what will be delivered, right? And out of scope is what will not be delivered.
Yes.
Yeah,
In scope means ki we are sure. And out scope means we are sure that we are going to give, but we are not sure because it has a constraint, time and budget. There are things that cannot be controlled. But we are sure that client, if you are with me, then I am sure that we are going to give it to the in the upcoming future or in upcoming project. ठीक है शिखर?
got it. Yes.
ठीक है. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I'll upload this recording right away. मेरा एक 4 बजे call है, so I'll move on to that and I'll definitely give you the update on time. ठीक है. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Stay safe and be safe. Have a great day and thank you so much for your time, guys.
Thank you, Robin. Thank you.
All right, guys.
Thank you, sir.
दूसरा session.
Bye-bye.